Hey guys, Mike. Today I saw this cool text effect on the Audiotree YouTube page. They do stuff for bands. They have bands come in their studio and record them live. But they had this as part of their intro, which I thought was cool. This is how I think they made it. Granted, I don't know 100%, but it took me, I don't know, a couple seconds or maybe like a minute to figure this out. But yeah, so I'll just kind of go backwards and show you how this happened. So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff and go to here. Okay, so what you would do is you'd put a text, get a text box and just type out far out. I grabbed the font Gil Sans because that's my branded font for drive80.com. And so I was like, okay, well, this has to go from here to here. So what would I do first? All right, well, I would just do a position. So I would do, oops, sorry. I would do Option P to get a keyframe, and then I'd go out like here, and I would just move it here. And I was like, okay, let me see what that looks like. Okay, it's moving. It's like, that goes a little slow. Let me just kind of bring it back. It's like, okay, it's moving there. Let me give it a little bit of use the graph editor, and make sure when using the graph editor, always have it on edit speed graph, because then you'll see it like this. And just grab these points, and I always click right here, the easy ease, because if you zoom in, or if you hit this right here, you can kind of do that a little bit. And then if I test it with Control 0, you can see it kind of speeds up and then in, which I'm not a big fan of. Okay, let me do it like this. Okay, there it is. Now go back to here, and I was like, okay, well now it needs to change color. No, yeah, it needs to change color. So what I did is you can, if you drop it down, you'll see this little animate thing. This is getting slightly advanced because text animation is a little tricky, but if you just, there's little simple things you can do like this to figure it out. And this one's simple, it's just changing the color. So we can change the color. I'll use RGB, and I'll give a keyframe here. And I always hit U because U just shows what keyframes are being used. And I want to go from a color to a color. So I'm going to put another keyframe here, and I'm going to make it a lighter gray. So it's kind of like going away. And then I'm going to make it this one go to here, and I'm going to make this a darker gray. And then I'm going to look at it, and it's moving. I think I want it to go a little bit further. Let me see this. Yeah, okay. That's it. And then at this point, I want to adjust its kerning, or its leading, I'm sorry. Well, kerning technically, if you wanted the space between the letters, that's the design term, but this they call it tracking, because technically that's like what this would do. If I was messing with this, it's like the tracking, or yeah, that's what they're calling it here, or I say kerning. Again, you want to do another animate, and you want to do tracking, and it'll bring this up right here. So just click track amount here, and then hit U, just so you can see it. Go to the end where these keyframes are, and then just hit another keyframe because that's where you want it to stop. But in the middle, go to some point and then just stretch it out, and then play it. So it looks like it's kind of like going out. Now it looks like it's jumping back. I don't really want it to do that. I think the way that I would address this, actually no, I would just keep it like that. So it's doing this weird funky thing here. So let me see if I get rid of these by hitting Control. There we go. So I hit Control, I'm sorry, I hit Command and I clicked on it because I want to get rid of it. It looks like there's some weird ease. Now I'm going to grab all these, go to the graph editor, or you just do F3 or Shift F3 on my computer. Let me do this. Let me see how this looks. I hate how it's coming back like that. Why are you doing that? Don't like that. Maybe it's just because it's going about too far out. Let me see. Yeah, it might be just too far out. Let me bring it back a little bit. There we go. There you go. So it looks like it's stretching out. Now the real easy part is just duplicate it. I'm sure there's other ways with some effects you can do this a little bit better, but I just hit Command D and move it over, Command D on that, move it over, Command D, move it over, Command D, move it over. Now I'll get this effect like you're getting multiple lines of text doing this thing, which is pretty cool. But the one thing I saw was that in the video that the top one ended on yellow. So all you got to do is duplicate this one, hit the left bracket over, hit U to get this. And then for the fill color, just go to the end. You can hit K twice or a couple times. And then the fill color, just change this here to like a yellow. There we go. Hit OK. And then, oops, no, I don't want to do that. Why did you do that? Go back to beginning. Oh, because I had them both selected. Whoops, let me undo this. Okay, just make sure that last one's selected and make it a yellow and then try it out. So yeah, and you can do whatever you want there. But I thought that was like a cool effect. And the background, again, if you was black. So if I did Command Y to do a solid background, make it like this solid, it's like not full black. And okay, it's going to put it on top of everything. It's also going to put where my time indicator is. So if I bring this back, hit the left bracket, and then hit Shift Command left bracket, it'll bring it to the bottom. And then I can see it makes this cool effect, which I really thought was awesome. But yeah, so if you have any questions, post in the group. If not, have a awesome day.